Hello, my name is Kate and this is Positive Ease Knitting channel. Welcome or welcome back. Today I want to talk about the Isabel top by the Knit Per Girl that I'm wearing at the moment. I would say it's the most complicated knit I've done this far. I just finished it, I haven't had much time to wear it, but this far I absolutely love this pattern. So let's talk about the pattern. This pattern is knitted top down on 3mm needles with fingering weight yarn. It has your very typical top down construction. You knit it in the circle, but first you start with the back panel, then you pick up stitches for the shoulders, do the neckline increases, knit the front a little bit, then you start doing the armhole shaping, connect the work in the round and knit it in the circle top down. This pattern comes with charts. The main lace motif is 8-row repeat. For me, it was the first time when I knitted charts, and at first I was thinking, oh no, it's gonna be super time consuming. I had to check every single stitch how to knit it, and I was a bit concerned and overwhelmed. But when I did the repeat a few times, I actually realized that it's very intuitive after a while. So at the end of the day, it wasn't a big deal, but I was slightly concerned for a moment. What I forgot to mention about this pattern, it actually comes in two different versions. You have the fastened and plain version. I, as you can see, knitted the plain version. And when you buy the pattern, you get two different PDFs, so you can follow only the instructions that you want to knit up, which makes it easier to navigate the pattern, I believe. The recommended yarn for this pattern is Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, 100% silk yarn, but I chose a different yarn. I picked this Rosario's 4 Maragua yarn. It's here, this is a different color. It's also 100% silk yarn, but it's slightly thicker. In the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, there's 250 meters in 50-gram ball, but here's only 200 meters, so it's slightly thicker. And when you see the sample images that are shown in the pattern page, you can see that the top is ever so slightly see-through. As I used slightly thicker yarn, mine is a bit more filled that I actually prefer. So if you are thinking what yarn to use, I would definitely recommend this as well. And from the finished projects, I saw that many people had used this same yarn to knit it up. It was the first time for me when I knitted a pattern from the Knit Per Girl, and overall it was easy to follow, but I had one small issue with this pattern. When I knitted the back panel and front panel, I missed a few repeats because the instructions were a bit confusing, or maybe more precise would be to say that the instruction was very lengthy. It gave the instructions in length. For example, you were instructed to knit the work 10 centimeters. Usually the instructions are given in rows, but she preferred to give it in the length, which makes sense in a way because the row gauge can vary person to person and depending what yarn you are using. So kind of plus on this sense, but it made the instruction super lengthy. It gave the instructions in centimeters, inches, also it included the rows. So because it was super lengthy, I kind of missed how many repeats I had to do. Thankfully, I catched it on time and went back and add the missing length. So it wasn't that bad, but like a bit different approach how to write up a pattern. So keep in mind if you decide to knit it yourself. I made a few mistakes knitting it. First, here in front, I think it's the first or second lace motif. You have this 3 little holes to achieve this lace work in the front panel, and I accidentally missed one of these, the bottom one. Then you have this lace work here in 2 rows, and they are like mirroring each other on both sides. Or it should be like this, but mine on one side is mirroring, on the other side it's the same way. And I noticed it when I was almost halfway there and decided it's not worth the hassle to rip back and knit it again. And as this lace work is very like kind of tiny, it's not visible, it doesn't catch your eye. So I think it's kind of safe to keep it as is. And the third mistake I made, I accidentally did different bind off for the armholes. For the neckline and bottom hem, it calls for Rook method bind off, and for the sleeves it was I-cord bind off. As I already did the bottom hem and neckline, I assumed it's the same one. I didn't read the pattern so thoroughly and I missed it. When I was preparing for this video, then I went back to check the pattern and realized, oh no, it calls for different bind off. And actually the armhole depth is ever so slightly deep, and I might try the other bind off. Maybe it cinches it a bit more and would fix this issue I'm having. Because the Rook bind off method is pretty stretchy, maybe the I-cord would make it more sturdy. So let's see. What else? When I finished the pattern, I had it in a perfect size. I didn't want it to change at all. And it was the first time for me to work with the silk yarn, and I was a bit hesitant to block it. I didn't want to grow, I didn't want it to shrink. I made some research and it gave me some hope that plant fibers won't grow or won't grow as much as wool, for example. But as this is lace and texture, I wasn't so sure. So before I blocked it, I measured my garment just for curiosity how it will change, and it didn't grow at all. So it was good. I have 2 tips for you that I realized while knitting this top. One is when you decide to knit this top, and the other one is about Italian bind off. The first tip is about wearing this top. Usually, wearing a nude undergarment is a safe bet and best option in most cases. But as I was making pictures of this lace top, I realized that the nude top in this situation isn't the best. It has these tiny holes because of the lace work, and when you wear it, it stretches out a little bit and you can see the light undergarment there, even though it's the same color as the skin. But in other places of the top, when it's not so stretched out, the light doesn't go through and it looks very dark. So I believe that it's much better to wear something darker underneath, either dark brown or black. I'm wearing black bra, and it seemed to work well, much better than the nude bra. So I hope this tip is helpful for you as well. I knitted a Lolita top a month back, and it also has a lace work, but there this tip wouldn't work that well because these holes were much larger and you would see that the black bra is so visible and nude would work better, or a bra that is exactly the same color as the top. But here, as it's smaller, black bra seems to work the best. And the second tip is about Italian bind-off. I had some struggles with the Rook bind-off method, and I think I accidentally stumbled upon the reason why I never had a problem with the Italian bind-off being too tight. I've heard from many people that they are struggling with the Italian bind-off, that it's sometimes too tight and it doesn't stretch enough. And let me give you some advice. So, I think it might come down to the needle you are using. I have three options here to show. And these are plastic and this is a metal needle. And it's not about the material, but about the size. Usually I'm using these plastic needles to do bind-offs, and they work super well. As they are plastic, it's the likelihood of poking through a yarn and splitting it is lower, and I really like it. But as I used this for the Rook bind-off method to do the bind-off for this top, it was too loose and I had to go back and do it again. And this is just a bit too thick for this top and yarn here. It's pretty like wide, and instead I used much narrower one, and then I had no problem. So if you're struggling with the Italian bind-off being too tight, just try out the plastic wider needles and hopefully it would help in your situation. I haven't had any problems with the Italian bind-off, but I'm using these needles usually. So I think that's about it. If you're considering knitting this top, I would definitely recommend it. The pattern is clear and easy to knit, and the end result is beautiful. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.